welcome to Direct Edition News, your weekly fix of news, opinion, gossip and rumours from the comic book industry. This week, we thought we'd have a chat about all of the movies that are slated for 2011 because there are a hatful of comic book movies and we're quite excited about some of them and a little bit worried about others.
Oh yeah, well I mean, you know, we've got Captain America, the first Avenger.
Okay, now this already has had like Chris Evans cast as Captain America. People are a little bit worried about Chris Evans as Captain America.
Yeah,
he was Johnny Storm.
Yeah.
Already. And Marvel continuity, they're not so worried about clearly.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know. What do you think?
I think ultimately Captain America always works in a time when, like, you know, patriotism and everything works quite well, and I think it might be quite a difficult time to do a Captain America movie at the moment. I think
I actually hated Chris Evans so much until I saw him in The Losers, and he actually did a really good bit of acting for himself. I was quite surprised, and now I think he actually could maybe pull it off. But I agree with both of you that you shouldn't be able to play Wolverine one week, then Hulk the week after, and then you miss Marvel, you know?
Yeah, no,
I think,
exactly.
you know, if they're going to kind of create this Marvel cinema universe, then they're going to have to kind of consider these kind of who's playing who and when in order to kind of make sure that, you know, there is actually some sort of Marvel universe continuity, or what's the point?
Definitely, you know, John Connor is Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, come on, man, we can't have that. All right.
Okay, X-Men First Class.
Okay, so explain this to me.
Well, basically, it's a prequel. You know, how the X-Men became. So, you've got dude from Wanted, James McAvoy, Cavery. McAvoy, thank you. Yeah, and he's playing Professor X. And
say what?
Are they going to shave his head?
I don't think he's going to be follically challenged in this one.
Okay, is this back in the day when Professor X actually had some hair?
Yeah. And
wow.
Okay. You know, when him and Magneto were tight.
Okay, so we're going old school X-Men.
So I don't know. It might be a bit of 1950s action, 1960s, somewhere around there.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe unless they reboot it for now. I don't know.
Okay, that might be quite interesting. Cowboys and aliens.
Cowboys
and aliens. Now this could be very cool indeed because the cast is stellar. Absolutely.
Stellar.
Daniel Craig, Harrison Ford. I mean, this could be a seriously good movie.
Oh yeah, I mean, Sam Rockwell's in it too. You know, Sam Rockwell is the man. You know, he's like such a good actor and dancer.
Yeah.
You like his moves, yeah?
Oh yeah, no,
audience.
He's smooth. He is smooth.
And it's being directed by Jon Favreau, who has done a pretty decent job with the Iron Man movies.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but I think as a director, he's starting to put himself in his movies a bit too much now.
Are you saying the ego is getting in the way?
Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't know. You know, there's a lot of good directors. Spike Lee, Alfred Hitchcock, Quentin Tarantino. They like to put themselves in their movies. It depends how big a part he gives himself. Because I think in the Iron Man movies, the part wasn't so big that it was like obtrusive. Do you see what I mean?
That's right.
You know what I mean? It's not really his movie, so it's okay, I think. You know, because it's difficult, as we know, to direct and star at the same time.
That's it. I mean, what I will say is I think he's grown as a director as well. Yeah. And I mean, I followed him as an actor, so I mean, he's definitely got a love of comics and all that weird sci-fi stuff and everything we all love. Yeah. So he always treats it with respect. Yeah. And, you know, I think you're going to get the best out of it because if you said to a Hollywood studio, aliens versus cowboys, they'd go, what?
Yeah, but aliens versus cowboys with James Bond and Indiana Jones, that's got to work.
What more do you want?
That has to work, surely.
Okay,
Thor. Okay, now Thor should be quite interesting. Now this is going to be quite strange because this could go the way that Hulk, the first movie, because you know Kenneth Branagh is a real kind of lovely kind of Shakespearean director, and it could end up being a bit too Shakespearean and not marvelous enough. Now I know the old school Thor comics used to be in all of that kind of you know, Asgardian prose and everything, you know.
Thou hast betrayed me, old one.
And all of this stuff, right? And I just, you know what, I'm not sure if I want to sit through 2 hours of that, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you know, we saw the hammer at the end of Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, Captain Kirk's father is playing Thor.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I mean, I remember, do you remember there was a made-for-TV film years and years ago with the Hulk when they had what's his name when he was still alive that used to play the Hulk, Bill Bixby.
Yeah.
And they had a version of Thor in that, and that was awful.
Yeah, I can only.
But yeah, all those old school Marvel movies used to be terrible. Do you remember the one when they used to have Spider-Man and they used to climb up the side?
That was
the
the
old
worst.
Spider-Man movies as well. I think now, because the technology is there, I think they can make movies that kind of look the part. Hopefully now they can write a movie that actually works as well. This is the important thing. It's not getting the visuals right, I think. You've seen stunning visuals lots of times, but it's really about making sure you get the characterization and the stories that are actually compelling.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest, they've got Anthony Hopkins playing Odin.
Yep.
And like you said, it's being directed by Kenneth Branagh.
Yep.
And I mean, you know, they're both A-listers. They're on top of their game. I mean, the only rumour I heard is that no one's really happy with, I've forgotten, what's the name of the guy who's playing Thor?
Captain Kirk's dad.
Captain Kirk's dad. Look it up. They've not been too happy with his performance. But then it's just rumours on a set, you know, could have been a bad day or anything. For me personally, if the costume sucks, no matter how good the effects and dialogue is, and the level of action, I think it'll be an awful movie. But fingers crossed.
Iron Man, the first Iron Man really was a great kind of a movie experience. The Fantastic Four movies weren't, so it's still a little bit hit and miss. So hopefully they can get it right with Thor. I tell you what, when we're talking about effects, being able to make a movie that is going to need the effects, Green Lantern is one that just wouldn't have been possible before this kind of age of new digital technology.
This is true, and the thing is with the Green Lantern, he doesn't have an actual costume. His costume is all purely virtual. Yeah, so there is no physical costume.
Pervert.
Is this how it's going to work in the movie? That they're
it's all going to be CGI'd, so it looks otherworldly and alien-like. Like he came out of his ring.
Okay, that
sounds awful.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Let's hope that that's the only thing that comes out of his ring in the movie. Well, you know, because did you hear about the Batman porn movie?
No.
You've not heard?
How have I not heard of that?
Yeah, there's a Batman.
I should know more.
Based on the kind of '60s Batman series, spoofing that to a really good standard, actually.
In fact, take the mic. I've got to go check it out now.
Okay, well, there seems like a good place to end. Alex has got other things to take care of. We'll catch you next week for more Direct Edition news. Peace. Say peace, everybody.
Peace.
Peace.